Yeah, mine all come on top. That's great. Look at these stacks, baby. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Today, we're back with another free-to-play deck. Now this is a black deck with a splash of green. It's not enough green to call it Golgari, but there are a couple key green cards in here that really help the overall synergy of this build. So we're going to talk a little bit about the deck, go through the deck list, talk about the strategy, and then our overall thoughts on it. We're going to get into some gameplay footage, and then to wrap it up, we're going to do a little bit of an upgrade guide if you want to take it a step further. So thanks for watching. I'll remind you I'm live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST, and you can also join the Discord if you want to continue the discussion there. So let's get into the deck list. The deck starts off with 4 1-drops, Hateful Eidolon. This is an enchantment creature spirit. It has 1 strength and 2 toughness. It has lifelink, and whenever an enchanted creature dies, draw a card for each aura you control that was attached to it. We have 4 dead weights. This is an enchantment aura. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2. Has ghost form ×4. Another enchantment aura. You chant in creature or planeswalker you control. When enchanted permanent dies or is put into exile, return that card to the battlefield under your control. Moving on to our 2-drops, we have 4 Nessian Wanderers. This is a creature, Satire Scout. It's a 1 strength, 3 toughness creature. It has constellation, and whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a land card from among them, put that into your hand, and put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. We have 4 copies of Mire's Grasp. Another enchantment aura. Enchanted creature gets -3/-3. Elspeth's Nightmare. Moving on to our first 3-drop. We have only 1 copy of this. This is an enchantment saga. Turn 1, destroy target creature an opponent controls with power 2 or less. Turn 2, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose non-creature, non-land card from it. That player discards that card. And turn 3, exile opponent's graveyard. Inevitable End ×4. This is one of our favorite cards of the deck, Enchantment Aura. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature has at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice creature, which is really cool. So they get to pick which creature they sacrifice, whether it's the one that's equipped with the enchantment or another one. Minions return, also ×4. Another enchantment aura with flash. When enchanted creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control. Oaken form ×2. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3. Another enchantment aura, just to buff up our lifelink if we're running low on health there. Allocyte of Affliction is our first 4-drop. We have a 2 strength, 3 toughness creature, human cleric, and when it enters the battlefield, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard, then you may return a permanent card from your graveyard to your hand, which is very, very nice. We have 3 copies of Aspect of Lamprey, another enchantment aura, enchant creature you control specifically, and when Aspect of Lamprey enters the battlefield, target opponent discards 2 cards, and enchanted creature gains lifelink. Enemy of Enlightenment is our 6-drop and our primary win condition, flying 5/5. He gets -1/-1 for each card in your opponent's hand, and at the beginning of your upkeep, each player discards a card. So this is really cool if your opponent doesn't have 5 cards in his hand, so you have to be aware of that. The fact that he is flying is really nice, and the fact that he helps you discard your opponent's hand is really, really nice. So we have 3 Jungle Hollows, 7 Forests, and 10 Swamps. That's the deck, you guys. Let's talk a little bit about the strategy. Okay, talking strategy, it's really basic, and if you've been paying attention to our free-to-play series, you're going to understand how this deck works already. Hateful Eidolon is a house. This card's so good. Whenever an enchanted creature dies, draw a card for each aura you control that was attached to it. Normally, auras are very bad, negative value, but if we're drawing when they leave the battlefield, absolutely. We also have Kaya's Ghost Form that we put on our Eidolon to give it protection, and of course, this is an enchantment aura, so when it dies, not only does the creature come back to the field, but we're going to get to replenish our draw as well, reversing the negative value of auras through draw value, right? So that is our main combo, is Hateful Eidolon, get your Ghost Form on that. Everything else after that is gravy, right? Obviously, we want to hit a turn 2 Mire's Grasp. We're removing an opponent's creature while getting the draw because that creature has died with an enchantment aura attached to it. So we're going to get the draw from our Hateful Eidolon. That's amazing. If we're shy on land, we want to go in with our Wanderer because our Wanderer is going to let us look through the top of our library and make sure we get that 3rd, that 4th, that 5th, that 6th land drop so we keep riding that curve, right? And again, if he's playing creatures, we can remove them via Inevitable End, Mire's Grasp, Deadweight. If he plays something that we want to deal with out of his graveyard, or if we want to continue to discard his hand, we play our Elspeth's Nightmare, but normally we're saving that just to combo and get rid of his hand or his graveyard. It's more like a utility card. Inevitable End, we like putting this on his creatures again. That's going to trigger our Hateful Eidolon when it leaves the field. Minion's Return is really cool because you can save one of your creatures and bring it back, or you can take one of his creatures, which is absolutely bomb, you guys. You could put an Inevitable End on one of his creatures, and then Minions Return it on his turn when he has to go sacrifice it. Not only does it die, it comes back to your battlefield, which is so sick. And then you will also get a double draw through Hateful Eidolon. So really just executing and making the most out of the value train. Oakenform, we talked about that. That's going to give you a little bit more lifelink if you need. Lamprey helps you discard and gives you that lifelink option as well. Allocyte of Affliction is really nice because we can take Mire's Grasp, Deadweight, Guy's Ghost Form, Hateful Eidolon. There's so many good cards that just get us going and help support the overall strength of the deck, that if they're removed, we can bring those back from the graveyard, which is really, really, really cool. So that's the general strategy, you guys. Protect Eidolon at all costs. Get the removal. Hopefully he's playing a creature deck. We do run into some trouble with pure control decks, but again, we've incorporated Oakenform, so you should be able to ramp up and get that kill, especially with your Enemy of Enlightenment. With that all being said, we're live on Twitch every single morning, 6 a.m. PST, if you want to check us out and really join the community, right? Get some hands-on conversation with us. You can also jump in the Discord if you so choose. We have a monthly Brawl tournament, free entries and cash prizes, you guys, link in the description there. This month is called the Cinnamon Bowl. Every month we have a rotating tournament, always Brawl, and we're looking at bringing in a draft league if Arena will allow it. So lots of cool things coming up. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video out to any friends who you find might dig some value from it. And let's get into today's footage. All right, guys, the question today is, can we avoid a meta deck? And can we find our draw engine and then execute off of that? This doesn't really work up. I mean, the Wanderer does protect us from the land, but we really want to look for our Hateful Eidolon. And again, just trying to balance that with a little bit of removal. That activates the draw. And again, we have our Minions Return Inevitable End combo here, which is pretty good. Cat is annoying, let's be honest. Let's take out the cat, get that draw. No attacks because it will kill our Eidolon. He'll do 1 damage, and then when it dies, it can finish us off. Taking some damage. He is tapped here. Hopefully this lands. It does. That's great. No attacks here. We can defend and kill it, come back. Might be worth getting that extra value if we can. Witch's Oven. Okay. So he's got his cat back in play if he wants. He's probably going to go for it. Not being able to kill us if he does this. He will get his cat back, though. Why not? Double Eidolon. One has a Wrath on it. Or sorry, no, I call it Wrath. It's actually Ghost Form. He didn't play his cat, so it has Summoning Sickness if he does play it here. Need to look out for a Mayhem Devil. That would ruin our whole game style. Alright, we do get our 4th land, which as far as I'm concerned, is we're gonna wait one turn, play our Allocyte of Affliction here. Taking Mire's Grasp. We get to swing in for 2 attacks, which is actually quite nice. I imagine he's going to remove something. That's fine. We could have kept minions returned to put on our Eidolon, but just trying to long con him into giving us his Mayhem Devil. We will need to have his Oven tapped so he can't sacrifice it once we target it. That's going to be a big part of the equation. Okay, Judith might be worth taking as well if he taps out. Okay, Cat's in play. Gets that damage, sure. And now we're going to need to attack with our Allocyte of Affliction. We have to go swarm our other Eidolon. It's just, it is what it is. Holding up our minions return here. Trying to get this oven tapped. And once the oven's tapped, we either minions return or we're free to Mire's Grasp, which will be really quite nice. I think we've got a good line of play here. So because now the oven's tapped, we are absolutely 100% free to Mire's Grasp or Inevitable End, which is really nice. We're going to go Mire's Grasp here, though. Just get that double draw. Saving our combo for a big baddie in case he does decide to play something worthwhile. And double land, getting a little bit of life along the journey as well. And we have 2 attacks here. Oh no, attack phase over. Cat in the house. I always like to play that on my opponent's end step because then it doesn't have summoning sickness. And another Judith, wow. Just refilling his field. So this is where we get into some fun times. All right, let's start getting this discard while it really matters. If we play it too early, he can discard things that don't matter or things on his high end, which is really great. But when you get him right when he's about to close and start finishing off before he goes into top deck mode, look at this. We just got an Embercleave and a Chandra. So those are some really good pickups. Gaining some life again, which I'm sure is upsetting. And back in with our Allocyte of Affliction. even if he does wipe the field, we have so much draw, and our draw engine comes back that it's just basically not ever going to happen. And you can't put them to exile either, which is really nice. So we're totally set up. This deck is a house. Chandra's nice, like, so he's gonna deal 2 damage here when these things die, which is pretty cool, and they're 2/2s. So that's really quite groovy. Plays the cat as well. He's gonna do some big time combo wombo on us here. Looking to grab that Knight of the Ebon Legion. No blocks here. We have lifelink. That's the important part, right? Oh, and that actually doesn't trigger Judith because they have to be non-tokens. That's our bad. We should have done our minions return on Buddy. I don't know what card he's got, but he's not playing it. Alright, we do have to play defensively here a little bit and try to change the tide of the game somehow. Again, this would have been a perfect time to put our minions return on something. We will block with our Hateful Eidolons here. Easy decision. Grind against down, you guys. Oh my god. This is impossible. Alright, things must die. That's become apparent. He's gonna kill this anyway, so I might as well get a little life gain out of it. I get more life gain this way, though. And potential draws this way as well. Oh my god. He gets the kill while those are off the field, though, I think, potentially. Unless it restacks. So we're gonna have to see how that resolves. Yeah, mine all come on top. That's great. Look at these stacks, baby. Woohoo! Triggers another 4 draws. He's got us in a really nice spot, that was the thing. Oven still remains untapped. He can sack his knight with the oven. Restacking our Hateful Eidolons. Getting this draw here. I mean, this could be a self-mill deck, you guys. There's so much value here. It's ridiculous. Again, there's a lot of value hidden within this cat. So he's able to grind us down, which is really nice. He's out of a hand. Like, we have so much availability on him that it's not even funny. It's just going to be a matter of, can we execute? No attacks here. Discarding some land, that's fine. Does he sacrifice himself or does he play his cat? Just sack the cat. Interesting. You can't, like, you can't chump sacrifice is the thing, though. Could he sacrifice one of his tokens? I think he could. That's disgusting to me. That's really, really good, actually.
Go get him, buddies.
If at his end step, he can use his oven to sacrifice one of these tokens. Oh my god. Disgusting. If he chump blocks one of them, like, I'll survive. Right, so only the one dies and comes back. Still getting the double draw. I think this is a perfect example of how the deck's supposed to work and cycle. We're doing a great job on that, which is really, really nice. We do find a little bit of removal here. Just grinding this down, you guys. We gotta find some nice big life gain hits here. His oven's tapped, which is pretty cool. Let's kill this Judith. That's doing a lot of damage to us. Again, we're gonna mill ourselves here shortly. Let's grab some life. Another Eidolon. We're holding up our minions' return. Trying to smack this Chandra off the field. He just wants to hit it with the cat. That's really good. He won't have any creatures to play. And we can take his knight like we talked about. Right? We're going to get 6 cards for a draw here, taking us down to 18. Crazy. His oven is tapped out like we talked about getting, which is really nice. We're up at 12 life still, so that's okay. He has to sacrifice himself, right? We get 6 draws. Oh my god. This is incredible, you guys. Look at this hand. I'll re-mention, this is 0 rares, 0 mythics. Yeah, GG, buddy. He needs to sack one of them, gets cat back in play. We probably could have gained 1 life if we blocked with the other Eidolon. I don't know why I didn't. It's nervous. But this game is over, you guys. We're going to play our enemy of enlightenment here and just smash down before we mill ourselves. Good game. Oh my god. That's our deck, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I really, really love Hateful Eidolon. I think it's an absolute house and supports so many base archetypes just with the value that it outputs right now with all of the enchantment cards in Theros Beyond Death. So at the beginning of this video, I said we're going to talk a little bit about an upgrade guide. And for each of these free-to-play decks, we're in the midst of building a platinum version, which is the original free-to-play, a diamond version, which is the slightly upgraded version that you'll see here today, and then a mythic version as well, which we can showcase to you guys in the future. So let's talk a little bit about the upgrades and how they affect the deck. There's not so much going on. We've incorporated Citizen's Training, Polkaros Unchained, Massacre Girl. That's basically it. And then, of course, our Citizen's Champion, which is the main nuke here. And then we've adjusted the land. So we've gone from 0 rares in the old deck to 14 rares in this deck, you guys. That's incredible. There are a ton of rares here. So it still runs basically the same, all with Hateful Eidolon, Kaya's Ghost Form, Inevitable End. You'll see the core is exactly the same as it was with the Wanderer. But now we have Citizen's Champion, and that this is going to activate a draw and get bigger and badder every turn for us. So it's a 1/3 human warrior. It costs 3, and it has Constellation. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, put a 1/1 counter on it and a draw card. So that's amazing. Even more value, guys. That's incredible. And then, of course, Polkaros Unchained enters the battlefield with 6 1/1 counters on it, and it escapes with 12 counters on it instead. If damage would be dealt to it, just remove that counter from it instead. And then you can pay 3 to have it fight target creature, and you cost 6 to escape it with 6 cards from your graveyard, which is really cool. And then a single copy of Massacre Girl, just to wipe things up if we need, because we'll have our Hateful Eidolons that are ghost formed, or potentially a return on them. We wipe the field, we get everything back. We could even put a minion's return on his big baddie, wipe the field with our Massacre Girl, because our ghost forms are going to be on our things. We get his back, we get all his all back. So there's a really cool interaction there as well. And then the lands are just going to make it more stable. So there's nothing too intense to it. We've just made minor tweaks to make it more consistent, more powerful, give you that win condition more consistently. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of this upgrade process. It's something that we've been working on for a while. Let me know if you want to get more in depth with it. Honestly, any user feedback is greatly appreciated. With that all being said, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate all of the engagement that you guys give me and the fact that you're still supporting us after this long. So thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the Twitch every morning, 6 a.m. PST. Join the Discord if you want to continue this conversation. And again, join the tournaments, all of those good things down below. So we'll see you all tomorrow. If you enjoyed today's footage, be sure to check out our Guides for Beginners playlist, along with our Greatest Hit playlist. Both of these are chock full of hours of quality content. You can also subscribe to the channel for your chance to win up to 500,000 gems, and most importantly, share all of this with your friends.